Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your mentorist, Homalola, and I welcome you to the channel of finance. And on this video, I'm going to be giving you tips on what you should be looking into when analyzing the market. Now, before we get into business, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can be the first person to be notified whenever I drop a new video. Don't forget to like this video and also comment on what you think about today's lesson. Without any further ado, guys, let's jump into it. Now, guys, you can already see that I've outlined some of the few factors of which you have to look into when analyzing the market. Firstly, obviously, you have to identify your larger outer structure on a monthly time frame to be able to, get that overall direction and know where price has to go. After doing so, obviously, you have to drop on a weekly time frame and identify your trends. Now, guys, you can either be in an uptrend, a downtrend, or a consolidation trend. Obviously, after identifying which trend you're currently in, you have to drop on a daily time frame to identify which phase you are currently in. You can either be in an impulsive phase or a corrective phase. And guys, if you are in a corrective phase, you have to know what that corrective phase is forming. It can either form a continuation or a reversal pattern. After doing so, obviously, you have to further jump on a 4-hour time frame and identify your price patterns, guys. You can either have a continuation pattern or reversal patterns, guys. Obviously, after knowing your patterns, you have to further refine price on a 1 hour or 15-minute time frame to further identify those entry points. Now that I've taught you a bit about what this lesson is going to be about, I'm gonna do an analysis on NZD USD, and I'm currently on a monthly time frame. Obviously, I'm gonna identify my larger outer structure, guys. And I can see that, okay, my larger outer structure, I have some sort of a descending channel, right? I'm just going to outline that descending channel. This is my larger outer structure, guys. And what I can also be able to see is that we had a first touch there, we had a second touch there, and obviously on our downside, we also had a first touch there and a second touch. And market just currently came from our resistance trend line. And obviously, I anticipate that price has to come to the downside and give me a third touch on my supporting trend line before it can actually start giving me those buys. But yet again, guys, I'm on a monthly time frame. I can't determine what price is gonna do on lower time frames. This is just an overview of how price is looking on the higher time frames, right? So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna jump on a weekly time frame just to further refine price, right? Yes. So on a weekly time frame, guys, obviously I'm gonna identify my trends and I can be able to see that okay, price um recently came from this descending channel right over here, which is a downtrend, obviously. Price recently came from a downtrend, and you can see how it's been moving until it actually gave us this beautiful breakout with a bullish engulfing candle, obviously. And obviously, after doing so, I can be able to mark out my 90% rule as always. Now, guys, you remember the reason why I always mark out my 90% rule is that it helps me to understand where price has to go. So now that I've identified my 90% rule and obviously my downtrend, uh, yes, I'm just gonna further jump on a daily time frame just to identify which phase I'm currently in. So on a daily time frame, guys, obviously I can be able to see how price has been giving me those impulses to the downside and those continuation, and obviously further going to the downside. And right now, price is currently in a corrective phase. I can say that price is currently in a corrective phase, and that corrective phase is obviously taking the shape of some sort of a continuation pattern to the downside, right? I'm just gonna mark out what I'm seeing right now. It's taking some sort of a shape of a continuation pattern to the downside. And you can see how we had this high test rejection and how price gave us this bearish engulfing candle to the downside. But again, guys, I'm just on a daily time frame. Let me drop on a 4-hour time frame to further see my patterns. And obviously on a 4 hour time frame, just to adjust, guys. I'm just gonna place this here and yeah, just to adjust my trends, guys. You can be able to see that, okay, price has been moving within obviously this ascending channel and gave us this bearish engulfing candle of which broke our structure, and obviously gonna mark out the 90% rule right over here, just to get the sense of where price has to go and everything. 90% rule right over there, of course. um but you can see how price is currently evolving, guys, because if you'll be able to spot the patterns properly, you'll be able to see that, okay, here we have some sort of a inverse head and shoulder type pattern, right? And obviously price just currently broke our neckline, so I can say that, okay, price is currently evolving and we won't be able to see those cells anytime soon. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna just push this trend line right over there and evolve with the market. And what I can be able to see is that, okay, price did indeed give us a bullish engulfing candle. Obviously, you get bearish engulfing candles or bullish engulfing candles on breakouts, guys. Mostly you get bullish and bearish engulfing candles on breakouts, and you can be able to see that, okay, this is some sort of a falling wedge type pattern, right? And within the falling wedge, obviously, we have a head and shoulders pattern. We have a head and shoulders pattern. Head and shoulders within falling wedge. Yes, this is how I'm gonna put it. Um, head and shoulders within um head and shoulders within falling wedge, because you can see we had our left shoulder there, our head, and this is our right shoulder. So yes, guys, these are some of the few things that you have to look into, because price will always give you patterns within patterns, guys. So you just have to, just refine and know how to look at the market. And obviously, this is our 90% rule. So this is why I expect the market to reach, because it broke our pattern. So obviously, I expect price to reach that point to upside. So I'm gonna further refine on a 1 hour time frame to see where I could have caught my entry points. Right? Wow. On a 1 hour time frame, you can be able to see that, okay, we had this massive bullish candlestick, and obviously price just continued giving us those continuation patterns. Obviously, I'm identifying this as a bullish flag, right? I'm identifying this as a bullish flag. And obviously with my first touch right over there on the bottom side, my second touch right over there, and obviously this is my third touch. And you can see how the third touch gave us a candlestick formation. Obviously, it gave us a 1 hour retracement candle. You can see how we had this bearish engulfing candle, and obviously price just pushed to the upside, erasing this bearish engulfing candle. So obviously could have caught our entries somewhere around this area right over here after a breakout, obviously, with stop losses just below right over here, right? And take profit all the way to the upside. And you can quite see how we could have made profits, a lot of profits, 3% risk to reward ratio. So yeah, guys, this is how you should look into the market on a daily basis, guys, because this is how price moves. You have to identify your patterns, guys. You have to know which phase you're currently in, because here you can see price came from this impulsive phase and obviously gave us a corrective phase. And this corrective phase took the formation of a continuation pattern, which is a bullish flag, and price just started to impulse again. And obviously, I expect price to further give me those impulses to the upside, at least until it reaches the 90% rule. So yes, guys, this is it on NZD USD. I'm just currently gonna jump into USD JPY right now, guys, just to just to give you an analysis on USD JPY too. Yes, USD JPY, and I'm gonna go on a monthly time frame, obviously. So yes, guys, let's just wait for this network. Okay. Currently looking at USD JPY, guys, and obviously I'm on a monthly time frame. And on a monthly time frame, I'm just gonna outline my overall larger outer structure, right? And you can quite see that, okay, obviously we had some sort of a descending channel, larger outer structure, or I can say falling wedge type structure. Yes, a falling wedge type structure. And we had this breakout right over here, obviously identifying our 90% rule around this area somewhere here. Obviously, this is my 90% rule. And what this does is give me a perspective of what price has to do. But since price broke this um previous higher high, obviously you can see how it retested. I can say that price can come back to this area here before it can actually start giving us those buys. But I don't usually use support and resistance, guys. This is just me showing you what I think price can do, right? Obviously, I'm gonna jump on a weekly time frame to just identify my trends on a weekly time frame. Yes, on a weekly time frame, I can be able to see that okay, price has been giving me these higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So obviously there's a trend here. Wherever there's higher highs and higher lows, there's always a trend, guys. So you just have to identify and be able to know how to spot these trends. And obviously we had this breakout here. You can see how we had this bearish engulfing breakout, identifying my 90% rule right over here. Just gonna mark out the 90% rule just so I can have a sense of where price has to go, right? And obviously I can see that I had this ascending channel right over here and price broke below. Didn't quite reach the 90% rule, but you can see how it reversed here. So for me, I can say that price, there is a possibility that price can just come here to, test this level again, obviously giving us that double bottom formation. Obviously it's a strong reversal. So yeah, hence we have our 90% rule right over there. So I'm gonna jump on a daily time frame and see what's happening on a daily time frame, right? So guys, you can see how I'm following those rules, guys, what I've outlined in the start of the video, right? So obviously on the daily time frame, I'm gonna identify which phase I'm currently in. I can see that okay, price came from this massive impulsive phase, and obviously now price is consolidating. So I can say that now we are in a corrective phase, and that corrective phase is taking a formation of a what? Of a bearish flag, right? The corrective phase is taking the formation of a bearish flag. Let me just remove this. I'm sorry. Yes. Uh, just gonna mark out this bearish flag. Yes. Have our bearish flag right over there. And just mark out on the bottom side. Yes. Can see how we have this bearish flag right over there with our first touch right over here, obviously. Second touch right over here, and third touch right over here. And you can see how at the third touch we had a candlestick formation of a hanging man. And after that, obviously, we had this bearish engulfing candle, and obviously entry point somewhere around this area with stop loss just above. But this is a daily time frame, guys. I don't take my entries on a daily time frame. This is just me showing you how these candlesticks can help you further stack up probability into your edge, right? So currently on a daily time frame. Right now, I'm just gonna drop on a 4 hour time frame just to identify my patterns, guys. My patterns. So on a 4 hour time frame, wow, it's really interesting now. Now it's getting interesting, right? So on a 4 hour time frame, obviously you can be able to see that okay, price within our bearish flag, price also gave us this double top right over here. Price also gave us this double top, obviously with these high test rejections and impulse to the downside. And right now, price is currently inside a corrective phase because we came from this impulsive phase right over here, and price is currently correcting. So obviously, I'm gonna expect price to do what I'm gonna expect price to just obviously give me that. Let me just mark out this. I'm just gonna expect price to just give me another impulse to the downside, right? So guys, this is just the things of which you have to be looking into. You can see that we have this bearish flag, and obviously we have the double top within the bearish flag and another bearish flag, because I'm quite certain that this here is a bearish flag on lower time frames, obviously, maybe a 1 hour time frame or 15 minutes. Yes. And obviously price has to break here before we can actually take those cells, at least until down here. But overall speaking, guys, let me see if I can spot a trend here, because I can see prices giving me higher highs and higher lows. Okay. Yes, guys, there is some sort of a trend here. There is some sort of a trend here. And obviously you can see how price broke out impulsively here, right? You can see how price broke. Yes, guys, you can see how price is giving us this pattern. Let me just go on a 1 hour time frame just to get those entry points, guys, because you can see how this trade hasn't matured yet. So wow, on a 1 hour time frame, guys, you can see that within our bearish flag, within this beautiful bearish flag, we also have a double top, confirming that okay, price is indeed gonna drop and go to the downside. And this is a, I can say that this is a hangman candle, but only if this candlestick closes bearish, right? This candlestick has to give us some bearish movements, and obviously after those bearish movements, I'm gonna wait for that breakout here. I'm gonna wait for price to give me a breakout here. Just gonna wait for price to give me that impulse breakout, maybe retracement here. And obviously I'm gonna enter my trades upon the breakout right over there. So yes, guys, this is how you should be looking into the market. You should look at your phases, guys, and patterns, because price moves with phases and patterns. Like in every price, guys, there's patterns. Price moves in patterns. So you should be able to identify those patterns to, further refine your analysis and stack up probability into your edge, guys. With thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment below in the section, guys, so you can be able to tell me what you think about today's lesson. Don't forget to like this video, guys, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can be the first person to be notified whenever I drop a new video, guys. Don't forget. So, guys, thank you for watching this video. Signing out.